Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Wills from West to East. In this video I'm gonna do a little review, first impressions of my brand new wheelchair that I got a couple of days ago. Now before I continue I'm gonna briefly present myself for those who don't know me, just so that you get an idea of why I'm making this video and what kind of wheelchair this is. So yeah, I'm originally from Bulgaria. I'm 30 years old, almost. Got a family with 2 kids, and I think I have quite a dynamic life. I got a car, I do a lot of stuff. I got a cooking channel that some of you may know. So yeah, I consider myself quite active, and that's why I pick my wheelchairs to go well with my lifestyle. So yeah, as I said, I just got my brand new wheelchair after a very long wait. There have been some production issues with it, but anyways, I just got it, and it's quite special and custom-made wheelchair this time. So I've decided to make a video and talk a little bit about it, so that maybe if somebody else is interested in getting this kind of wheelchair, or at least some parts of it, you can get the impressions of somebody who spends the whole day in it. So yeah, now this video will be probably a bit longer than usual. That's why I'll try to cut it in different sections, and I'll try to provide the links that will allow you to jump directly to a section that interests you if you don't want to see the whole video. So yeah, check the description and probably some annotations that I'm gonna add for the corresponding sections where I will talk about different parts of the wheelchair. So yeah, that's it for the introduction, and next I'm gonna talk briefly about the wheelchair in general, what it comes with, and all that stuff. Alright, so first thing I'm gonna do now is present you the wheelchair, the brand and all this. So this wheelchair is the Sunrise Medical and Quickie collaboration of a wheelchair that they are making since a couple of years ago. This is the brand new model called Xenon. As you can see, this is the Xenon. I think this model came out somewhere last year, 2013, I think, and it's quite a nice hybrid wheelchair, if I can call it like that, in a manner that it's a foldable wheelchair which mostly acts and feels like a rigid wheelchair. Now what this means is, now this is for example my old wheelchair. It's the previous version of the Sunrise Medical and Quickie. It's the Helium, and it's a rigid wheelchair. The only thing that folds in it is the back, which folds like that. But the wheelchair is rigid. Now, I switched to this wheelchair about 5 years ago because it's really light. It's a very light wheelchair, and I hadn't used rigid wheelchairs before this one. As I said, I've been on a wheelchair all my life, but before this I've always used foldable wheelchairs, the classic ones that go like this, with the X axis or something like that. I don't know what you call it, the tubing that I had, and when I tried the rigid one, I really enjoyed the way it feels, the way it drives. It's much more stable and very dynamic and agile, if yeah, I guess. And it also doesn't make much noise because there's not many moving parts in it. So yeah, it's a nice, it's a very good chair, this one. Now when this one came, I was interested in it because it kind of combines this. I'm gonna show you in detail later on, but it has a system which which allows it to fold, but it's made in such a way that it basically simulates a rigid wheelchair most of the time. So yeah, as I said, this is quite new, and so far I'm quite happy with it, because it's a kind of a nice mixture of both types of chairs. In comfort wise, it's very similar to the rigid one, and otherwise it's also foldable, so it can take less place in your car, and if you have to put it somewhere and all that. So yeah, so this is the Xenon from Quickie and Sunrise Medico, which is a bit weird. Sunrise Medico, as far as I know, it's an American brand, and Quickie is German. So I know they've collaborated to create this wheelchair together with Audi as well, I guess. So there's a lot of engineering behind. Now my wheelchair, the one that I got right now, is quite modified. It's not the standard version. Of course, when you buy it, you have a lot of options that you can pick in terms of size and shape and all that, but also the different packs. For example, the wheels. These are proton wheels with carbon. I don't know what this is called in English. Aluminium front rims and all that. This is all different options that you can have that comes standard with the original maker. Now on top of that, I've had a couple of other things changed, most notably the handrims. My handrims, I'm gonna talk about them in detail later, but these are actually Kuschall, which is a Swiss brand that make wheelchairs. It's quite popular in Europe. And I also had the back changed. This is a J back, so I'm gonna make a section about it as well. So yeah, here you can see the default handrims that come with the wheelchair. We picked the cheapest ones because we were gonna change them anyway. If you don't change them, you can also have titanium ones, like in this wheelchair. I don't know if you can see them here. They have quite a bit of damage on them already, but yeah, this happens after a couple of years of use on a wheelchair. So yeah, this is the basic. They're still in their original packaging because we haven't used them. And this is the original back piece. You see the Quickie logo on it, and this is also the cheaper version of it. There you can have a better one like this one. It's the material is more spongy and then doesn't heat you all that much because of this the way it's made. And these are this is the actual back thing that you can adjust. Well, it's in pieces, but anyway, you get the idea. You have it like that, and you probably know about this if you are a wheelchair user. So I have this just like that. Then of course I got the whole lot of papers and some stuff that I've removed. You got these on your wheels. I instantly removed those on all my wheelchairs because they are a bit ridiculous, to be honest. And also they make a lot of noise because they're not fixed on your spokes, I think it's called. They tend to move when you roll, so this is quite annoying. I like my wheelchairs to be as silent as possible. These are quite ridiculous. I'm gonna show you where they went in. There are some security pins, I guess, for the J back. I'm gonna show you later. Then of course there's a lot of tools. You get tools that you can also carry in a little bag here. If you can see it on the camera, there's a bag sewn down here which opens. I've actually never had this before because I don't like it much, but I guess they put it. Anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of tools that you can carry around. I don't because it's quite heavy and I prefer to have my wheelchair as light as possible. And then what's this? Yeah, this comes with my seat cushion, for which I've made another video. I'm gonna add the link to. It's a J seat cushion. It's extremely awesome. You can see my review on this seat in the video. I'm gonna put a link to it. So this is just some patches to repair it in case you break it. So yeah, I guess this is not relevant, and I don't know what this is. This is something, I guess, for some corrections, or if you have, it's a Velcro, you know, the sticky thing, and all of the papers. So this is basically what the wheelchair comes with. Now I'm gonna transfer myself on another chair so that you can see this one better, and I'm gonna show you some of its parts before continuing with some more details on the extra parts that I had. So yeah, next I'm gonna show you the frame a little bit more in detail. Alright, time to show you a little bit of the chassis now, the frame. So I'm gonna just hop on this chair here and show you this wheelchair without me in it. So yeah, you can see it like that, what it looks like. This is really light as well, compared with my other one. It's maybe a little bit heavier because I had this part made longer, so that it fits better my anatomy. Because of my legs, which cannot fold very well, in the knees, so I had this custom made actually, longer than it usually should be, starting from here to here. But yeah, maybe this makes it a little bit heavier, and also the system underneath, which allows the folding. So there you have it. From the back I have my backpack, which I'm gonna remove. I kept it so that you can see the kind of backpack that you can have. This is an Case Logic, sorry, backpack, which I had some time ago, and it fits very well in this kind of wheelchair. Well, of course, it depends on your size. I'm quite small, so but even in this case, when you're small, it also goes well. So anyways, removing this, you can see the J3 back here with all its adjustments and stuff, which I'm going to show you later on. And this is the folding system. Now I've got the pliable push handles, foldable like that. You got a little button, so in case anybody is not using this yet, I really suggest you try them out. This is great because it gives a better look to your wheelchair, and it's also smaller. It fits better in cars and stuff, and it's very rigid. It doesn't break. So far we have never had a problem with it, even when going upstairs and stuff with my wife. So don't be afraid. It doesn't look very sturdy, but it is. So this is the cushion. When you remove it, this is what you get. Now, one thing that makes this very close to a rigid wheelchair is probably also due to the fact that I changed the back, which is a whole back that doesn't fold. So actually, to fold the wheelchair now, I have to remove the back. So this actually gives it quite a bit of rigidity here. It doesn't move, and this is great. Of course, it adds one more step when you have to put it in your car or just fold it somewhere, but I think it's worth it. So I'm gonna fold it now so that you can see how it works, and at the same time I'm gonna show you how to remove the back. Now, with all the other things removed, you get these here, and that's it. Super easy. You also have a handle. If you want, you can use it, or not, whatever. Now you see, this is just the mechanical part which stays there. This is heavy. Now Yeah, I'm gonna talk a little bit more about it later on, so I'm not gonna go into details right now. So yeah, this is it. Now, there's nothing special about it. You just pull it together. Oh yeah, I forgot about the front. You have to open the front. I'm actually gonna turn it around so I can better see it. Quite a bit of turning here. It's a bit more difficult to maneuver when it's folded. But yeah, you have the footrest, I guess. This should be called a footrest, which is foldable like that. And it stays. This is nice because my previous chairs just would fall automatically, which makes it quite annoying. This one stays up, and I hope it stays that way. I really cannot say how it's gonna be in the future, but anyways, this is the idea. Now you just pull it and it's folded. Now here, it's a very important part of this for people that have their own cars. Now this is it's kind of hard to see, I guess, but it has some dents here, like teeth, and this is a moving part. And basically, what I'm going to do now is fold it, and it's stuck together. Now, as you can see, it will not unfold. The wheelchair stays together with this system, and if you want to release it, you just push down, and it's, you see. Now this is great because when you get it like this, you just take it and you can just hold it by one side, the other will stay together. You don't, you see, it doesn't fall. So this is great for putting it in your car. So this here is the folding mechanism. Now this is why this wheelchair is different from the other foldable wheelchairs. As you can see, it's very, very high. This is right under the seat. It's actually higher than the rigid wheelchair's main axle is. So this gives it the feeling of a normal rigid wheelchair when it's unfolded. Actually, I gotta get used to unfolding it a little bit more, but I'm gonna turn it around and show you how high it is, and then I'm gonna fix it. Yeah, okay, there we go. See how high it is and how it's vertical? It's not an X tubing which goes like here and it moves all around. Once it's open, it kind of stays like this. You see, it doesn't move. There's no movement all around. So this is why I told you at the beginning that this chair feels a lot like a rigid one, especially when once you unfold it, you drop the back in place. See the other side here, and then it locks, and it really becomes rigid. So this is it, how easy it is to operate it. Of course, there's also the removing wheels. Probably everybody has this now. You know, just push a button and remove the wheel, and put it back in. So I think this is it for the main part of the wheelchair. Of course, there's the brakes and all that. Just one thing I think that I wanted to say about this particular brand of wheelchair is something that they make. I haven't seen this thing yet in other wheelchairs, is this part here. Now this here inside you got the bearings for your front wheels, which are completely inserted inside the tube here, you know. So what I've always had as a problem with my old wheelchairs, the other brands, is that this is usually just something which is made a bit differently, and this part is open. You got some kind of a, I don't know, something plastic on top of it, which is supposed to protect, but quite fast you lose it, especially if you do a lot of transfers with your wheelchair in a car, out of the car and stuff like that. and then basically you have your bearings open in the air, and especially looking towards up. It gets stuffed with all kinds of things, and the worst part is rain. When there's rain, it gets directly inside, and basically it destroys your bearings quite fast. You have to constantly clean it and put oil inside and protections and stuff, so this is very annoying and actually kind of dangerous, because I've had accidents because of that, with my wheel blocking and not turning anymore, so kind of crazy when you go fast. Yeah, so this is great. This brand does it. They protect the bearing inside this tube, and so far I haven't had any trouble with this kind of bearing. So yeah, I think this is it for this part of the presentation. I'm not gonna go into detail with all the carbon things, the brakes, which model it is, the footrest and all this, because it's standard things. You can check them on their website or in the catalog when you're gonna order. So next I'm gonna show you the seat, the back a little bit more in detail. Alright, now it's time to show you a little bit more in detail the J3 back that I have here. Now J have a lot of different, they have many back pieces, and different also seats, cushions. So keep in mind that basically all that I'm saying here about this chair and all the things is very dependent on your needs. Every disabled person has different kind of anatomy and morphology and whatever. So this is the one that I picked, which is great for me because it's small, and actually it might look a little bit big like this, but when you put the seat, you see that it basically just holds the lower part of my back. This doesn't even come in the middle of my back. It's just, yeah, I guess this part is just under my the middle part of my back, and all this is my lower back. Now this is because why I picked this is because I have quite some time ago I had an operation called arthritis. I think this might be called like this in English because this is the official name. Anyways, I got metal bars inside my back from the end of my neck all the way down. So what this means is that my back is fixed in a perfectly anatomic position, and also I have this curve at the lower part of my back, which is quite pronounced. So if you have my back, it's like this, and then it goes like this. Well, and the other way, if I'm sitting like this, so it's like this, and it goes like this. So I need something which holds the lower part of my back, which was always a problem with my old wheelchair. I'm going to show you, and all my older wheelchairs, because this kind of seat back, basically it's made entirely of what can I show you? This is what's inside, and you can kind of change the tension of those, but it doesn't last and it doesn't really work all that well, especially in a case like mine. And what I ended up is my back would always touch here, all my weight would be here, and all this is empty, and my back it is on the other way here, it's folded like this, and this remains empty, and it's quite tiring for the back muscles. As you can see, I guess my buttocks push here, and it makes the whole thing go away, and then it remains empty, and so I guess all my weight is held here, and this is empty. So so this is very uncomfortable in the long term, because it tires your muscles a lot, especially in a case like mine where my back sorry, is stuck in a constant fixed position. So this is why I got this one. Now, this, well, I'm gonna show these so that I can get rid of them, and because they're quite annoying. If I manage to turn this wheelchair around in this small space, yeah, okay, so as I said, I had these here, which are some protection pins that are supposed to be inserted like this. They're attached here somewhere inside with the screws here. So yeah, this is the other one, and as I said, as you can see, this is quite ridiculous, and it's also noisy because it moves and it's annoying. So I had them removed, and I'm not gonna use them. I guess they had to use them for security measures. They had to put them, but they made it so that you can remove them. So, anyways, now about this thing, I'm gonna remove it for now, so that you can see. I'm still not used to it. Yeah, this is how you remove it. Now this, first of all, it's very soft all around. It's made of a foamy thing, which is similar to this. This is a J as well. So it's very nice and soft. It's not hard on there's no hard parts on it. And it's very customizable. Now as you can see, these here, you can use all these screws to change basically all the there's also modifications that you can make with this part. You can change the height and basically all the angles. It can go, I'm not gonna show now because it's very well, it's not hard, but it takes a while to adjust perfectly to somebody, so I'm not gonna mess with my adjustments. But it can go like this or this. You see, it can move this way, it can move this way, and basically it can move all around. You can really make anything, well, not anything, but a lot of things with it. You can really adjust it to how you want it to be, and this is what we did. As I said, we spent maybe some 15-20 minutes with my wife, and we just untied all of the screws and just tried to adjust it and fit it to my back. On top of that, it comes with an insert. Now you can remove this like this, okay? And what it does is you can completely remove this part. Now this is the foam. As you can see, it's quite thick, maybe 3-4 centimeters thick. Okay, now there's an opening here. To be honest, I'm not sure what it's for, but it's most likely for cleaning and washing, even though it seems a bit small, but I guess it should be that. To be honest, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, now this is the remaining part. As I said, this is heavy, this is metal. Now this gives the wheelchair rigidity, but to be honest, it is quite heavy. I can't tell you how much it is, but it's probably 2 kilograms of metal. Well, maybe less, maybe 1.5, something like that. But anyways, keep in mind that this part will make your wheelchair heavier than it should be normally. Now this here that you see is an insert that comes standard with the J3. Now as you can see, there's the Velcro parts here, and there's also the same parts here. You can put it anywhere you want, and it gives an additional pop-up part for your back, which is quite great, and I'm using it to fill in this anatomical empty space that I have at the lower part of my back. So yeah, as you can see, it's very easy. It's just something that you put like that, and you just put it wherever you want it to be, and then you just close it, and that's it. You just insert it, and it's done. Yeah, this is really comfortable. I'm very happy with it so far. It's been 3 or 4 days now that I have it, and I've actually been spending more time on the wheelchair now than my other chair for my desk, because this actually feels better on my back. So I highly suggest trying one of these or any other of the J adjustable back pieces, because they so far they have been great for me. So I think that's it for the back. Next I'll probably show you the handrims. Alright, now I'm gonna show you the handrims here that had replaced, as I said. Now these are not meant for this wheelchair. They're not the same brand. They are from Kuschall. Kuschall. I don't know how you say this. It's in I don't know what language it is in Switzerland. Maybe it's in more German than well, whatever. But anyway, it actually fits. So don't worry if you get the Proton wheels for your Quickie Sunrise Medical wheelchair. The Proton wheels fit with this thing without any adjustments. There's the same amount of these holding parts here, so it just fits naturally. So if you can, you should give it a try. Now, why is this so great? I'm really super happy with it so far. To be honest, this is one of the best advancements in wheelchair technology that I've seen since I'm using wheelchairs. Now there's a couple of things that make this great. First thing, which is more obvious, is the shape. Now this is not your regular round shape thing like this. You see, which is like this. This is more of a oval form. It's larger. Larger, than it's thicker, and this is quite nice on the hand. When you grab it, it's just better. It feels better. Now, the second part is this side of it. It's made of rubber. Now, this I've tried whole rubber handrims, which are made entirely of rubber, and it was horrible because if you use your wheelchair to move fast with it, to really do a lot of things, go and I don't know, go somewhere else and basically use it anywhere outside of your house, you end up with burns on your hands, because everybody would use their hands to stop the wheelchair, and sometimes when you're going downhill you just use your hands like this and rub lightly to lower the speed and all that, which is impossible with whole rubber handrims, because they just stick too much and it burns your hands, and it's really impossible. So anyways, this here is great because it's just this part. The rest is metal, brushed metal. As you can see, this one is black brushed metal. I've already broke it here and there, but yeah, it's sadly this is a bad part with wheelchairs. They get broken very fast. But yeah, anyways, now what this does is that it's a very nice mixture of both worlds, if I can say, because if you want to push your wheelchair, like have a good grip, you hold it like that, you have a perfect grip with this. It's actually very tight, very hard on the hand. It basically will never slip. I tried it the other day in a rainy condition, and even with the water and all this, it sticks nice and then doesn't. My hands wouldn't slip on it, especially when wearing the usual fingerless gloves that most people use. So if you really want to have the grip on your wheelchair, turn very fast or something, you just hold it like that. And on the other hand, if you're going fast and you just need to to just guide your wheelchair without really changing it all that much or applying much force, you can just put your hands like that, and you can use them as usual, just to stop like that. like that, and there's no, it's just like any other normal standard wheelchair handrim. So I actually didn't know about this part when I ordered those. I just knew that there are oval shape, which seemed nice already because it's much more comfortable. But I was pleasantly surprised by this rubber part, which actually changes this thing a lot, and it makes it such a nice part of the wheelchair, which allows you to go very fast if you need to, or just have a very precise grip on it and control. So the only downside that I see with this part is that it is heavy. I mean, this is heavier than the titanium ones that I had on my older wheelchair, and then of course the aluminum ones, the default ones. They're really light as well, but also uglier and much less nicer. I guess this is because this is made of steel. It's not aluminum, it's steel, and there's the rubber part, and it's quite larger. But anyways, once again, it's a little bit like with the back part. It's quite comfortable and nice, but slightly heavier than the Optimo. If you're going for Optimo, super lightweight, extreme lightweight, you probably won't want to get these, but in any other case I really suggest you get them, because it doesn't matter all that much except when you have to carry your wheelchair and put it somewhere, but even then you usually remove the wheels before actually transporting it, so it's not a problem, at least for me. So yeah, this is it for these Handrims. Once again, I really suggest you give them a try. They are really awesome and great invention, and maybe every wheelchair producing company should start to make them. Okay, so I kind of went through all the major points that I wanted to talk about concerning this wheelchair. Now I'm gonna just give you just a couple of quick impressions, some general impressions of the wheelchair. Keep in mind that I haven't had it for all that long. I wanted to make the video and show it to you before it gets completely destroyed, as all my wheelchairs do. As you can see, this one, the state that it is in. It gets a lot of use because I'm constantly with it, and as I said, I used to carry a lot of things here, heavy stuff when we do the shopping. The kids would come on top of it and use me as a bus. So yeah, wheelchairs get destroyed real fast. As you can see, I've already rubbed the painting here with the car, so yeah, I wanted to show you this while it's still pristine and pretty. So yeah, this to say that I don't have a lot of experience with it, but some things that I've noticed. Now, compared with my other wheelchair, the older wheelchair, the rigid one, this one has a couple of little defaults that come with the foldability of it. Now, the most annoying part is that if you go very fast and kind of run into some obstacles, like I know, some little rocks or stuff like that, at a high speed, it will make the whole wheelchair vibrate, and this will pop off sometimes. Well, it depends. If you really have your legs, your feet well put on it, and you put your weight on it, of course this will not happen. But in my case, I usually have my legs more spread out, and they're not really applying all that much force here, so this sometimes might pop out, but still it's not that important because it's quite rare, and also since it's as I said, it stays in place. It's not dangerous like some other foldable wheelchairs might be, where this part will actually fall and touch the ground and maybe even make you stop and maybe fall. So this is one thing that you should just keep in mind. The other thing is that it is a foldable wheelchair, so there's more moving parts in it, and there's some little noises that come out of it when you're rolling at certain speeds, which I guess is completely normal, considering all the things that are under there. I still haven't figured out where this is coming from. Maybe it can be corrected, and it's nothing major. It's really just some little plastic sounds or something that is maybe a little bit forcing, or just the vibration or something like that. So it might be a matter of just some screws that need to be tightened or something like that. But other than that, so far I've been really happy with it. And in any way, if there's any trouble, any problem with this wheelchair, I will make another video and I'll talk about it, and I'll let you know. But so far, yeah, so far it's been great. So I think this is it for this review. If you got any questions, don't hesitate to use the comments below, or send me an email or something like that, and I'll make sure to answer you as fast as I can. So hope you enjoyed this and it's been useful to you, and see you soon at What's to East.